everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of News Generation. My name is Adelaide Inti. I'll be filling in for your regular host, Ifwa. She will be away for a while, but all the same, we'll be having a lot of fun. And I won't be having the fun all by myself. My co-host, Benis Abubeidu, is here. Hello, Benis.
Hi, Adelaide. How are you?
Why don't you tell us what is on the program today?
Today it's highlights from KidFest 2014. International Migrants Day was celebrated around the world this past week. We meet young migrant Aisha Ado. And our series on the Monarch Band ends today with a double dose of talent. It's going to be an exciting episode. Please stay with us.
Supported by
Cowbell with Vitarid.
Remember, we are on social media. You can find us on facebook.com/newsgenerationgh
or on Twitter at News Generation Ghana.
It was all excitement and entertainment at the National Theatre on Thursday, December 18th. It was the opening day of the KidFest 2014. The annual event is organized to entertain young people and expose them to different cultures.
Culture, the key to national progress. This was the theme of the 2014 KidFest. So these young people are treating their colleagues to some Ghanaian traditional music. For some of you here, this is an opportunity to learn and appreciate other cultures.
I've learned that it's good to obey your parents, and I've learned about different cultures. So whenever I go around, I have to show the way my culture, I have to show my culture to other people.
I've learned more about my culture, and I learned that we should follow our culture because the key, the anthem says that the culture is the key to our progress. So I think we should learn more about our culture. That will take us to our next stage and to progress us more.
There was also a mock parliamentary proceeding.
The Honourable Minister for Justice and Attorney has the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I am grateful to be here. Honorable members, I also thank you for your presence. Mr. Speaker, we are all well aware of the effort on part of the government in the fight against corruption.
I learned a lot of things. I learned about the stages in making law in Ghana, and then the importance of Ghanaian culture, and a lot more. I also had fun meeting new friends. I had a lot of fun.
According to organizers, the 20th edition of KidFest will be celebrated next year with a series of activities to be announced later.
And those were highlights from the opening day of KidFest 2014 at the National Theatre on Thursday. It was a 3-day celebration that ended Saturday, December 20th. And guess what? December 18th was also International Migrants Day.
Yes, it was. The day is to recognize the efforts, contributions, and rights of migrants worldwide. So we caught up with 15-year-old Aisha Ado, who lived in Gabon for 11 years. Her parents decided to move to Ghana 3 years ago.
My name is Aisha Ado. I'm 15 of age. I lived in Gabon for 11 years. I came to Ghana here with my mom and left my dad here. I'm in Ghana now 4 years now.
That was Aisha telling us about why she moved to Ghana. For many people across the world, moving away from their home or country can be the best option or even the only way to enhance their standard of living. But Aisha's case is different.
We are only 3 girls in the family, so the second sister came first and I kind of missed her and I said I want to come and they brought me here. I was happy. When I came first, I didn't understand English. So like I came to school here and my first school I went was Agape. Then after Agape I didn't like it. And I told my mother I wanted to change the school and she brought me to Matilita. I came here in class 6 and now I'm in Form 1.
When people move out of their native country, they live unsure of the future. They can only hope that things turn out better for them. Aisha recollects memories of Gabon, where she was born.
The difference between Gabon and Ghana. If you talk, I would like Gabon because they gave birth to me there and I grew there. I know much about Gabon than Ghana. But the people, the characters are the same. We also have different languages like Chi, Ga, and the rest.
In Gabon?
Yeah, but just say, like the way you speak Chi, we also have the same thing. But they have different names and different culture.
Even though, according to Aisha, Gabon and Ghana share some similarities, there are also some differences.
Gabon is kind of fun. And like children are like free to do something, but when you come to Ghana, parents are always on their children, like they want their children to always do the right thing and do everything the parents want to do. But whilst in Gabon, you are free to do what you like, but in another way, you must do what you know is right and don't do the wrong thing. I've kind of like Ghana and it's my parents' hometown, so I think I want to stay and finish my school.
International Migrants Day was declared by the General Assembly of United Nations on 4th December 2000. The day is celebrated to protect the rights of migrant workers and their family members. It also highlights the human and fundamental rights of migrants, and also the actions to ensure the interests of migrants.
I think it's a good thing because many people want to know around and like traveling to other countries to see. So maybe if you travel, you go and see something that may be good for you and you may stay there and work or get a work that will be enough to let you get enough for your earning and your life, the way you stay. So I think it's good. Other people want to know more about the world and things that goes on. So it's also a good idea to travel out. I will tell them that they shouldn't take other people's country as their country, but they should love their country as it is. Because Ghana is a peaceful country. There are no wars and nothing. At the same as Gabon is also a peaceful country. So you shouldn't like leave your country and say that you are going to live in another country. It's very bad because people in your country also need you.
Well, let's see what else made local news headlines during the week.
The yet to be completed Dom Kwabena Bridge is posing a great challenge for both commercial and private vehicle users in the area. Residents in the community have described the bridge as a death trap, claiming over 3 accidents have occurred at the site this year alone. For some commercial drivers, however, the deplorable state of the bridge is a great disincentive for their business. The construction of the Dom Kwabena Road Bridge comes on the heel of the construction of the main Dom Kwabena Road to ease vehicular movement in the community. Construction works on the road project started about 4 months and is expected to be completed by the end of the year. Workers of the Metro Mass Transit Service in Kumasi are protesting the disappearance of some buses. Insura News investigations confirm 12 buses have been moved out of the company's yard under mysterious conditions in Kumasi, Tamale and Boa. The angry protesters have been wearing red outfits to register their displeasure in demand for answers from management. Christmas came early for Ghana's members of parliament as they prepared to wrap up their work for 2014. Members, together with the speaker and other invited guests, joined in the annual festive celebration of 9 lessons and carols, which was held at the forecourt of the State House. As it has become the norm every Christmas, Parliament, like many institutions, organizes a festival of 9 lessons and carols to usher in the Christmas festivities before going on recess. This year's ceremony was packed with choirs from different parts of the capital. That was local news round. Moving on, Ghana has a huge debt.
How and why?
Well, it is all because government overspends and borrows money. Even the president's office has reportedly gone over its budgets by 100%.
That's a lot.
They did this without the approval of Parliament, which is supposed to approve all the government expenses.
A number of people have started criticizing the situation. So what do you young people make of this? Here is what's up.
What the government is doing is not good, because when people are crying for help, they are spending money. They're not supposed to spend much that, because they are crying for more money. They don't have money, so we have to help them to get some money to solve any problem they want to do.
It should be used for more economical things, something that will benefit for the country. So in my opinion, I think it's not good.
I don't think it must be so, because they must inform the other institution, the parliamentarians, before they overspend the money.
I think that it's very bad, because Ghana infrastructure is going low because they are spending too much. We can't see things fashionable or wise. And Ghana too, we must spend our money wisely so the country could develop faster and good.
I think what the government is doing is not fair, because if people are crying and people are crying for help and you don't want to help them, it's not fair, because if we are spending more than what we are supposed to spend, we are making our economy to grow bad, and always there will be problems facing the country. So if the government stops spending spend more than what they are supposed to spend, it can help to reduce the problems we are facing in the country now, and it can also develop the country in the near future. So I think the government should listen to the public opinion before taking any decision, especially the parliament. They also have to agree before he takes any decision. One person cannot stand up and just make a decision, because it will affect, if there is a problem, it will affect the whole nation.
I think that the government should use their money wisely, because the tax that they are collecting is from other people, and those people who do not have money, the small money that they have, they are using it for the tax, so that the government can do something for them. So the government should look at those people and use the money wisely.
Those were your views on WhatsApp. Zoom Lion took a few students in the Western region through a sanitation exercise. Joy News' Western Regional Correspondent William Benjamin Peters has the rest of the story.
Over 200 participants from Daboase DA Primary and Junior High School, SIPL Primary and JHS, St. Martin's Primary and JHS, and Kakakrom Primary and JHS took part in the program held under the theme Save Lives, Clean Your Hands. They were taken through various topics on the importance of hand washing and ensuring good hygienic practices. Some of the participants also recited some poems on proper sanitation and its importance. One of the participants, Anthony Aisatwineboa from SIPL JHS, said he had benefited immensely from the program and promised to serve as an agent of change by sharing his experience with others.
I've been teaching my junior kids, my junior sisters, how to wash their hands, how to wash bowls, how to wash their school uniforms, especially the armpits and all those stuff. I've taught them a lot about sanitation.
The operations officer of Zoom Lion, Diana Akono Mensah, advised the children to serve as agents of change in their various households and schools to help save lives. Regional Coordinator for School Health Education Program also demonstrated to the children the proper way of washing the hands with soap. Head of Environment from Ascoli explained the importance of the program.
These students are called Zoom Kids Club members. You see them in their nice Lacoste. We are training them to be agents of change. Today, we have taken the pain to train them to properly wash their hands.
Time now to go for a break.
Yes, but when we come back, the conclusion of our series on Monarch's Band will be right here.
When your kids need it all, there's only one drink that's got it. Cowbell Chocomalt. It's got the delicious taste of chocolate, the nourishment of malt, the all-round goodness of milk, and sugar for energy, all in one sachet. All I add is water, hot or cold. Now, that's real value. And that's real teamwork. Cowbell Chocomalt, 4-in-1 value with a great new taste.
Welcome back. You're still watching News Generation. Remember, we're on Facebook. It's Facebook.com/News Generation GH, and also on Twitter @NewsGenGH. Now moving on to entertainment. It's time to meet the last two members of the Monarch Band. Let's have a look.
Lead guitarist Augustine Nati is 13 years old. He's been with the Monarch Band for 5 years. He was 7 when he joined the band.
We were in the class, came to college to do auditions. When we came there, the teachers to come and join.
He's an only child who loves playing football and reading. He looks up to the late high life legend, Dr. Pa Bobo. Surprisingly, he has other career aspirations.
I want to be a pilot.
13-year-old Emmanuel Yeboaba is Mr. Piano Man in the Monarch Band. He has been with the band for 4 years.
Our proprietor bought the instruments and sent it to the music room, so we're all asked to come and try something to see whether you fit on this instrument or not.
And Emmanuel fitted perfectly with the piano. Emmanuel tells me he plays about 93 songs and can freestyle. He loves singing and dancing, but surprisingly, music is not his favorite subject.
My favorite subject is English.
Why is English your favorite subject?
Because we are learning someone's language. The British, their language, so I decided to learn it so that I'll be good at it.
Emmanuel Maxvoy is the owner of Martin Luther King School and the engineer of the Monarch Band.
Music is a complete intelligence. So at a point in time, I realized some of the children have this musical intelligence and needed to be helped. So I went from class to class, trying to identify children who have other talents aside the academic work. So out of it, we managed to gather some children for martial arts, others for brass band, others for bandstand, among other groups.
And the kids here seem to be loving it.
I like the band because we all try our best, whether we know or not. And if someone doesn't know something, they try to help the person.
I've been saved by your power, healed by your
That was interesting on entertainment with Monarch Band. Now let's see what's happening in the world of sports.
Liverpool striker Mario Balotelli has been given a one-match ban by the Football Association as punishment for a Super Mario post on social media. The Italian, whose suspension rules him out of Liverpool's home game against Arsenal, has also been fined £25,000 and must attend an education course. The 24-year-old was charged for a post which appeared to contain anti-Semitic and racist references. Balotelli has accepted the charge. FIFA executives have unanimously agreed to publish a legally appropriate version of a report into allegations of World Cup bidding corruption. World Football's governing body, however, insists Russia and Qatar will stay as hosts of the 2018 and 2022 tournaments respectively. FIFA President Sepp Blatter asked the executive committee to vote in favor of publishing the report. So far, only a disputed summary of Michael Garcia's 430-page report into the bidding process for the forthcoming World Cups has been published. British boxer Amir Khan will donate a £30,000 pair of shorts to help rebuild the Peshawar Army School, where 141 children and staff were killed by the Taliban. The Briton, who is of Pakistani origin, wore the shorts with a waistband made from 24-karat gold threading in his points win against Devon Alexander. The boxer said it was sad to see innocent children being killed in a terrorist attack.
For the first time in the Taliban's fight against the Pakistani state, young people are now at the receiving end of terrorist attacks. Over 140 school kids lost their lives when Taliban gunmen opened fire at the school run by army.
A total of 200 people were wounded at the Army Public School, which teaches boys and girls from both military and civilian backgrounds. Many of the injured were rushed to hospitals to receive treatment. According to the Pakistani military, the gunmen walked from class to class, shooting students in what is seen as the Pakistani Taliban's deadliest attack to date. There is widespread anger in Pakistan over the killing of the school children who were writing their exams when the attack took place. 3 days of national mourning was declared by the Prime Minister, Nawaz Sharif. The Prime Minister also announced an end to the moratorium on death penalty for terrorism cases, a move aimed at countering a view held by many Pakistanis that many terrorism suspects end up evading justice. He stated Pakistan was united to ensure the deaths of the children do not go wasted after meeting party leaders in the country. The attack at the military public school has been condemned worldwide. The Afghan Taliban criticized the move.
And after hearing the news that more than 100 innocent children and teachers have lost their lives in this recent attack on a school in Peshawar, and we stand with all those families and all those children who are injured right now and who are suffering through this big trauma. And now it is time that we unite, and I call upon the international community, leaders in Pakistan, all political parties and everyone, that we should stand up together.
The news of the brazen murder of more than 120 innocent students in Peshawar is devastating. The images are absolutely gut-wrenching. Young children carried away in ambulances, a teacher burned alive in front of the students. A house of learning turned into a house of unspeakable horror. This act of terror angers and shakes all people of conscience, and we condemn it in the strongest terms possible. The perpetrators must be brought to justice.
Mass funerals and prayer vigils were held for the victims of the attack. Images from the school showed the cruelty of the attack, with pools of blood on the ground and walls covered in hundreds of bullets. The Pakistani military is expected to respond by hitting back at Taliban-controlled areas in the country to avenge the deaths of the children.
And that's all for this edition of News Generation. Hope you had fun with us.
Guess what? It's Christmas, you know. Don't forget to share your wishes with us on our Facebook page. It was a real pleasure coming to you.
Until next time, it's bye-bye.
Supported by Cowbell with Vitarid.